Damian Lillard is the most recent and in many ways divisive example of what it means to defy ring-chasing culture. Previous greats who never won a championship, such as Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, and Karl Malone, worked tirelessly during their careers to achieve that goal. With the exception of Miller, they moved around in an attempt to complete the task. However, Lillard, like Russell Westbrook, sees the big picture. He gets to play his favorite sport while serving as the focal point of an organization. He is content to where he is healthy and has a family to consider, which is, after all, what life is about. So you could argue that Lillard has figured it all out in a manner that people caught up in that rat race and desire for validation never do. However, many people regard that mindset as a losing mentality, a player who is content to show up and get paid, but who is also ejected once the postseason games begin to matter. Is that correct? After all, Lillard has long been a great player, and the best the Trailblazers could muster around him were LaMarcus Aldridge and subsequently CJ McCollum, who's now doing bits in New Orleans. Quote unquote, "I do want to win a championship, but it's other stuff that means more to me. It's almost like I'm not willing to sell myself out for that. When my career is over, and I'm gonna know the relationships that I'm gonna have. I'm gonna know the people who knew I was solid with them regardless of if I was at the top or if I controlled it." That was Damian Lillard speaking to Sports Illustrated in 2019, and while his tone shifted in a more recent interview with Bleacher Report, the basic message stayed the same. Lillard wants to win, but he doesn't want to sell out by heading to a market like Los Angeles or San Francisco to accomplish it. Is that correct? Will he suffer as a result of it? There's no doubt that having a ring provides some type of validation, at least to fans of that player, and we only need to look at two cases to know that Lillard's legacy may be tainted if we've seen the best of him due to a problematic abdominal issue. Chris Paul has never won a championship, and if he retires with that record, his previous postseason failures will be used against him. Dwight Howard, on the other hand, did win a title with the Los Angeles Lakers as a backup when they were on the bubble. Would the fact that he was a three-time Defensive Player of the Year be diminished if it had never happened? That he led the Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals in 2009? Howard averaged 2.8 points and 2.8 rebounds in 11 minutes of game action against the Miami Heat in the year that he won the title. Is he now a better player because he won some hardware at the end of a season in which he was 34 and a role player? Howard was not named to the NBA 75 despite having a stronger statistical case than Lillard, so perhaps none of this matters. Is it better to be remembered in a place where you didn't win a championship like Stockton and Malone were in Utah and Lillard in Portland? That has a certain allure to it. It connects Lillard to a different area than, say, Kevin Garnett, who became a fantastic player with the Minnesota Timberwolves but finally broke through with the Boston Celtics. Obviously, winning a championship with the Trailblazers is the ultimate aim, but perhaps it is better to remain loyal than to have won a ring in a city where you have such a little connection, such as Howard. Howard, on the other hand, might have a different opinion. It's an enthralling question to which we'll never completely know the answer to. Fans want titles to prove why their favorite athlete is better than others. True fans and players understand that there is a lot more to a career than winning a title. Damian Lillard's legacy in Portland is assured if he stays and never wins another playoff series. It's difficult to place a figure on that. We'll see if he ends up getting a ring with the rest of his career and where he may end up going if he does decide to leave Portland. But even if he does leave Portland, his legacy is set in stone and he is easily one of the better players that we've seen in the past few decades. Do you guys think that Damian Lillard should leave Portland? If so, where would he go? Do you guys think that Damian Lillard's going to win a ring? Let us know all your opinions in the comments section down below. We'd love to hear them. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in and making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Jump Ball Central, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, we'll see you guys next time.